Planning. Civil engineering interview questions. What is project planning in civil engineering? Project planning involves defining project scope, timelines, resources, milestones, and budgets to ensure timely execution and quality delivery. What is the difference between planning and scheduling? Planning defines what and how the work will be done. Scheduling is about when it will be done, arranging activities on a timeline. What is a bar chart in project management? A bar chart, Gantt chart, visually represents activities with respect to time. It shows start and end dates but lacks interdependencies. What is CPM? Critical Path Method. CPM is a technique to determine the longest path in a project and identifies critical tasks that directly affect project duration. What is a milestone in construction planning? A milestone is a key event or achievement in a project timeline, such as project kickoff or completion of structural work. Define float/slack in project scheduling. Float is the amount of time a task can be delayed without affecting the project's overall duration. What is Primavera P6? Primavera P6 is project management software used for high-level planning, scheduling, and controlling large-scale civil engineering projects. What is the baseline in project scheduling? A baseline is the original approved plan against which project progress is measured. What is S-curve in construction planning? An S-curve graphically represents cumulative project progress, cost or work, over time, forming an S-shape. What is a WBS, work breakdown structure? WBS is a hierarchical breakdown of the total project into smaller, manageable components or work packages. What are resources in planning? Resources are manpower, machinery, materials, and money required to execute project activities. What is resource leveling? Resource leveling is a technique to adjust project schedules to avoid over-allocation or underutilization of resources. What is a lag and lead in scheduling? Lag is a delay between activities, and lead is the overlap where the successor activity starts before the predecessor ends. What is BOQ, Bill of Quantities? BOQ is a document listing item-wise quantities and descriptions of work with rates and costs, used for tendering and budgeting. What is a contract schedule? A contract schedule is a legally binding document detailing timelines and milestones agreed between contractor and client. What is a catch-up plan? A catch-up plan is prepared when a project falls behind schedule, outlining revised strategies to bring it back on track. What is EVM, Earned Value Management? EVM is a project performance technique that integrates scope, schedule, and cost for accurate forecasting and control. Define SPI and CPI in EVM. SPI, Schedule Performance Index, equals EV/PV. CPI, Cost Performance Index, equals EV/AC, where EV equals earned value, PV equals planned value, AC equals actual cost. What is a project buffer? A buffer is a time or cost cushion added to handle uncertainties and delays in a project. What is backward pass in CPM? It is a technique to calculate latest start and finish dates of activities, starting from the end of the project and moving backward. What is the significance of a Gantt chart in monitoring? It allows easy visualization of actual vs planned timelines and helps track delays or deviations. What are look-ahead schedules? These are short-term plans, usually 2 to 6 weeks, focusing on upcoming tasks with more detail for site execution. What is a delay analysis? It's the process of identifying the cause, responsibility, and impact of delays in a construction project. What is an activity ID? It's a unique identifier assigned to each activity in planning software for easy tracking and reference. What is crashing in scheduling? Crashing is reducing the project duration by allocating more resources or increasing working hours to critical activities. What is a Gantt chart used for in construction? It visually schedules project tasks along a timeline, showing duration, overlaps, and progress. What is the difference between free float and total float? Free float, delay permissible without affecting the next activity. Total float, delay permissible without affecting the overall project duration. What is a precedence diagram method, PDM? A scheduling method where activities are connected by logical relationships, finish to start to start, etc. What is the importance of a planning engineer in a construction project? They coordinate schedules, optimize resource use, identify risks, and ensure timely project delivery. What is front-loading in construction planning? Allocating more resources or activities at the start phase of the project to gain momentum. What is a cost-loaded schedule? A schedule where cost is assigned to each activity to monitor financial progress alongside work progress. What is a procurement schedule? It details timelines for purchasing, manufacturing, and delivering materials/equipment to meet project requirements. What is the difference between a master schedule and a detailed schedule? Master schedule, high-level overview with key milestones. Detailed schedule, includes all tasks with timelines, resources, and dependencies. What is the difference between PERT and CPM? PERT, probabilistic, used when activity durations are uncertain. CPM, deterministic, used when durations are known. What is risk management in project planning? Identifying, assessing, and mitigating potential delays, cost overruns, or safety issues during execution. What is a buffer activity? A non-work task used in a schedule to account for uncertainties, ensuring flexibility without impacting the critical path. What is the purpose of an activity code in Primavera? It categorizes and filters activities by type, location, team, or work package for easier schedule management. How do you calculate the critical path? By identifying the sequence of dependent tasks with zero float that determines the project duration. What is time overrun? Delay in completing a project or task beyond its planned or contractual duration. What is cost overrun? When the actual cost exceeds the budgeted or estimated cost of the project. What is a 3-week or 4-week look-ahead plan? A detailed microschedule focusing on upcoming activities to be executed within the next 3 to 4 weeks. What is fast tracking in project planning? Performing activities in parallel that were initially planned in sequence to reduce project duration. What is a planning package? A planning component in WBS that includes scope, estimated cost, and schedule but lacks detailed activities. What is a schedule update? A regular process of revising the project schedule to reflect actual progress and changes. What is schedule variance? The difference between the planned progress and actual progress of a project task or milestone. What is float path? A sequence of activities with the same float value, which may delay together without affecting project finish. What is cost baseline? The approved version of the project budget used to compare actual expenditures and forecast future costs. What is planned value, PV? The estimated value of work planned to be completed by a certain date. What is earned value, ERV? The estimated value of work actually completed by a certain date. What is actual cost, AC? The actual amount spent to perform the work completed to date.